Hello everyone and welcome back. It is finally time for Alan Wake 2 New Game Plus. I had to wait 2 weeks and it was worse. The worst, I tell you. Like, yeah, it's finally here. Hopefully nothing bad has happened. I heard there were some hiccups, but probably that is patched now, so, you know, waiting is a good time. There. So hey Claire, how are you doing? How are you doing? And Audie's Rice, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Hope you're gonna enjoy it here. So yeah, I guess we just, we just jump right in, have some fun. Your first clear. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, the final draft. Oh my god. Okay, we could go Nightmare. Do I want to play on Nightmare? Oh. You know what? Then let's try Nightmare. Let's see how much we will suffer this time. We have all guns. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope. We're not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop.
It's a spiral.
This is a spiral.
Yeah. I probably need to should pull up something to just see where I can.
A fictional poet once said, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night." It's not just victims and monsters. I see now there are heroes as well. We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
I mean, this is already new, so, you know. Oh, it is very hopeful indeed. Oh! It's Mr. Ray Trace Dick. Nah, I mean, I think it is to a degree New Game Plus, and probably in the end stuff will change. It's interesting that the Taken start out as, you know, being more normal. As jumps, all jumps are, oh yeah, true. But, I mean, I will still try to scrounge for all the upgrade stuff. So still need to look for those. Oh, this feels so much smoother now. Hell yes for frame gen. I mean, I also said they optimized stuff, so, you know. Doopy doopy doo. Doopy doopy doo. Oh, that sounds like a massive improvement, actually. I mean, this already feels so much better, so I suppose the mixture of foliage optimization and, you know, DLSS and FrameGen just will make this much more playable. It's interesting that, you know, what I still find interesting is that I think this one is extended.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. What the
If anything is too loud or so, please say it. Ah, big bold letters.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Oh yeah, they really love the big bold letters. It's gonna be interesting if they can
Logan
improve
thinks you should
everything
try
for the
cheering up.
DLCs.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Considering how much they did set up in Control, I'm like, yep.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Return 1.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Okay.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
All right, let's get into that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. Can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
I got it, Thornton.
And this feels a lot better.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Da, 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 da. Ah,
The
yeah,
Mind
right.
Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
I see you're already hard at work.
Look, mirror peaks.
Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Where's the map?
Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that have the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
I mean, it is kind of interesting to think what happened in, you know, on the first playthrough. Considering, yeah, he's like, you know, maybe I should retire, which is like, it's just kind of funny to think about the fact that Alex Casey is supposed to be Max Payne.
Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Like, you know, in the Remedy
Bad
version,
place
he
to get
fixed his
murdered.
life thanks to Saga.
Nature is your thing.
You know, he turned around, had fun again.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the
And then he
local law has
just,
sense to put up
you
the
know,
tarp?
everything happens in basically backwater country.
Next coffee's on me.
Oh, this just feels so much better now.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. And the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Da, 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 da.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
It's not how it works.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Oh, it's not showing.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
I want to say it's not showing me yet where, you know, things are to collect. That's what I mean.
Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
Oh.
Coincidence?
Oh, okay, good. Good to know. Let me guess, something happens there. Is it one of... Oh.
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Body is positioned on the table. Yes, another classic sucker detection. Alex Casey be like, you're just a way better detective than I am. And Saga, 2 seconds later, yes, the wood is made out of wood.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Also, hi Marika, how are you doing? Saga had tell me who killed you. The body be like, who are you?
Who is
I
our
am
victim?
dead. Also, yeah, Ray traced Schlong again.
Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here.
Savor the
Multiple
moment.
killers? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was
Oh
it for
god,
a
is
counter?
Saga's remedies Harry Dubois? Oh, that's that stings to say, but I mean you're not wrong,
Large
Claire.
amount of blood on the table.
Yes,
The victim
blood
died
on the
here.
blood. There's blood in the blood.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about
I'm also
13 years
pretty good.
ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Until now.
Like,
Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh,
just points
and
into shivers and more into deduction. Let's be real, if this was a good TTRPG, Saga would be a troll build. Like, you know, this is how I have this idea laid out for a Shadowrun character. She is the greatest fire mage of all time. She has shit magical abilities. She literally is just throwing dynamites. No, greatest magician.
Footprints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Blood, ketchup, who knows? Saga. Tastes like iron. Could be anything.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times in Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
I mean, yeah, totally.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Windsor of this ended up with some large casual invasion for stealth because of the guy who's 3 meter tall swinging half a tree and tells you you didn't see him, you damn well didn't see him.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
Same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Well,
The lake is connected
I mean,
to Nightingale
yeah.
somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
up. Please,
This
wrap
is
it
one of
up.
your hunches, Anderson?
Yeah.
Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter.
That is so cute.
They were
She
waiting
missed
for
you.
him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks.
So cute.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript.
But couldn't win Garcia when they had to quickly announce final draft while they played off stage. Yeah. That was like, that was probably the biggest hint.
The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert.
I think in that point it's like,
and then there was the page they found.
you know,
The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words.
I mean, we can skip it. Please wrap it up.
Game with us.
You were right. This is right. A witch with no heart. A strange echo of our murder.
I mean, honestly, there's also the whole
I'm gonna
thing
go check
that,
something out. Be right back.
Got it.
I mean, yeah, that is just true. Well, then, I mean, this is what just happens to, you know, an award show where you have like, you know, online voting. The biggest online audience will usually win. You know, I know they have
We found a page in the woods. A story.
Yeah, shut up. Oh. Yeah, this one is new. I mean, that's what you get with online voting, you know. If you have a terminal, it will filter out terminally online groups or those, you know, who are just the loudest, most active, and all of that. And it was kind of obvious that, you know, probably on you know, sections where they don't want to, you know, they wouldn't you know, vote that much, like, you know, direction, because they're like, what is that? Or, you know, they don't care, they just want Game of the Year to be their title.
You made it back.
You know,
Good.
the council can, you know, the committee they have can swing more.
Puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
But then it's just like, most people have... I mean, where do I need to get now? Da.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Ever, but I would say giving the player no stuff on Twitter. I mean, here's the thing. From what we know, Control is already, you know, in the works and stuff. So they can probably finance a second Alan Wake. And I mean, this will already have, I mean, you know, them winning stuff will probably also boost sales.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that will definitely help with some stuff. The biggest problem is just not, it's just...
I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Yeah, I think Alan Wake also sold relatively enough. I mean, this was one of the few quote-unquote prestige games also for Epic to do.
Let's get the car.
It will
Drive
probably
to Bright
sell
Falls
more now, you know,
and
it
talk to
won
these
awards and
witnesses,
stuff.
The Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
And I mean,
Seems like a
also,
nice
you
town
know,
so
they're
far.
making...
Burgess aside. Pretty
I mean-
woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Yeah, it's just like,
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
and I think, you know, Alan Wake probably sold also quite well. We don't know console sales, and as you said during the first stream, they are probably banking
we
on
are.
console sales.
Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
It could very well be that they actually have, like, you know, if I make,
can't get
if I'm
that
going to make like a
manuscript page out of
very
my head.
conservative
I've
thing,
never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Impressive work so far. With your technique, these punches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Okay, yeah. So, like, here's the thing. From what I can gather, so over the lifetime, Control sold apparently like roughly 3 million units. Control was one of those games that also had a long-term sale thing. So, like, you know, 3 million, fine. And all of that. The only estimate we had was at the end of November, it was roughly 850,000 on console. So it probably broke the million already, which is probably fine. And, you know, with sales and expanding, you know, better hardware available to people, this will probably be a game that will sell over time more.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff.
Because,
I'm
like,
set for coffee.
again,
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
Control
I'm
also
Agent
didn't
Saga
sell
Anderson.
that well in the
This is Agent
beginning,
Alex Casey.
but then people were like, you need to play Control.
And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
And then, you know, people
Your
were
deputy
like,
said you had a couple of witnesses.
okay, I
here.
try. It's in sale. It's
Sound like
tight. And
suspect.
so it you know, became more.
Still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
And then you need to also keep in mind, there's probably a reason they have, you know, quote unquote, two story expansions planned around side stuff.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and
was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree."
Okay, so apparently there is a coupon on Epic Games, so you can get it for $27 even.
The whole thing.
So like, you know, that's, and with Alan Wake Remastered, so it's like,
That's all.
yeah, that's quite an early sale, but it will probably affect that people will get it.
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfect
Epic.
video.
Here's the thing, they like, oh hey, here's the thing. From what I feel,
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the Cult of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
it was only, yeah, it's just $40, but, is that what it's so cheap? Yeah, that's like, also, hi, Connor, how are you doing? We're doing some, you know, investigation.
The Cult of the Tree. What are the bookers telling me?
I just skip it. I mean, we want to get to the fun part.
Why?
But yeah, considering, you know, Epic isn't making money, it's kind of a, it's so funny to think about the fact that they are like,
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
ah,
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to have
yeah, how did you put that together? I wonder. Mrs. Yes, the floor is made out of floor saga.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around
Oh
town for now.
god, Jonesy is so cute.
Like we'd even dream of it.
Oh, that really is cheap as fuck.
Saga Anderson. As I live
That's the
and
power of deduction, indeed, Claire. Oh my god, she's so cute.
I thought we'd never
Aw.
see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby.
Aw. Ah. Dankeschön. But yeah.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The Cult of the Tree.
Depends. Like, here's the thing. I'd say it has a
Have
few,
you heard of this Cult of the Tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That's okay.
We're not gonna
it has a few, yeah, I think there were like 1 or 2 jump scares that actually, you know, got me. But the jump scares are like pretty predictable, I'd say. I'd say the main problem this game has is, you know, I'd say it's more, you know, it's more new weird dipping into the horror aesthetic stuff. But you know, I'm kind of resistant to much of that. It's like, you know, there are not many enemies. Yeah, it's not really that spooky, I'd say. It's not that spooky. I think it depends. But it's not really that spooky. Yeah.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I mean,
This is
you
the Bright Falls
do need a
Sheriff
good PC though, so
Anything you
like,
need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
I'd say, you know, with frame gen and the optimizations, this runs better, and you know, it will probably run a lot
So we
better
share a
down the
morgue with
line.
funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
So like, yeah, will probably be better with DLCs. Also, yeah, with DLCs,
Something about morgues. They always.
oh yeah, that will be
I
enough.
can't say I feel the same.
I mean, if
He's
you
joking.
get something new and beefy, you know, that could take that 360 off your
Okay. Let's take a look at
I mean, you don't need it. There's a lot of stuff in the main, and we have the
I'll
ray
start with
traced
the
shrunk
external
back.
inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
I wonder if that's actually
They did leave something inside his chest. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing. How'd they manage that?
non-artificials are really good. Yeah, it's really good.
They put up a fight.
This looks like
You
text.
probably can play it with some ray tracing, especially if you're not streaming.
Strike me as a
But yeah.
tattoo guy.
Oh,
The
I mean,
body shows
yeah, if you're not
signs of
doing
being
4K
submerged
though.
in water post-mortem. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Yeah.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted.
Yeah, crispy is a bit different, but you know.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it?
But to a degree, yeah. I'd still say it will probably be optimized more down the line. Again, they are still working on it. Yeah, it is. But yeah, they will probably optimize it again with the DLC. So, also by the way, I wanted to say that about the sales. Like, yeah, getting it for, you know, $10 down and the remaster will probably get more people to play it. But also, like,
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
again, as with Control over all the years sold like 3 million. That's fine.
Didn't see her. The Taken could
I'd
not
say this
see
game
her.
probably already has passed the 1 million easily, especially with the nominations and the Game Awards.
Nightingale had no heart, but here he was.
And
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about
the
us.
thing is,
Hey, hold on. We
I mean,
found these kinds of pages.
I doubt the Pro will come. Like, I know people had say it's coming, but they have been saying that for years, you know. The thing is, you also need to keep in mind that Alan Wake, is like one of those games. Oh yeah, that was Mr. Dawes. Hello, Mr. Dawes.
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Yeah, but like, you need to keep in mind, I'd say the people who did buy and play Alan Wake 2, they're probably very, you know, dedicated fans, so Remedy will definitely double dip on selling story expansions, which, you know, are much cheaper to make.
Didn't
So,
see her.
the DLC will probably give them enough from the budget back. I mean, also the fact that Epic has probably funded this already completely, so, you know. And also, yeah, fuck that. Tim got bought, yeah. But yeah, you're right, Connor, there's, this is the thing with the whole mid-gen upgrade. It happened once. And there was... Wait, where did I need to go again? I forgot.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Yeah, it happened once, and I kept saying what a lot of people because I feel like the idea of the mid-gen upgrade is now just ingrained in people, because people kept saying, oh, there's going to be a mid-gen upgrade.
But he still got up. The page predicted all of it.
And it happened for one console. One.
He just disappeared. What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but...
Mid-gen upgrade could make some more money, but also create so many problems as a result. Here's the thing. I'd say Microsoft will probably try,
no rational explanation,
but Sony will probably not. Because it doesn't make much sense right now. Let me explain. First of all, keep in mind, we had a whole nearly a whole console generation now from people saying the Switch Pro is real. Not because there was any evidence,
the victim of a ritualistic
but because they wanted it to be.
Turns into a monster.
And the Switch Pro never came. Then people try to, you know, delude themselves like, oh, but the Switch OLED was maybe the Switch Pro once. Which it wasn't.
Maybe.
We know that. It was the Switch OLED. Because, you know, OLEDs became cheaper than LCDs. That's why they started selling OLEDs.
He seemed anxious.
And then we had leaks showing that the Switch Pro is real. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's real, and then it never came. And now they're like, oh, hey, they're showing off some new hardware. It's like, oh, there's a Switch successor coming. No shit, Sherlock, that something is coming. But let me just give you a small hint.
From the other side.
Oh, the Switch is just, and it doesn't try to, Nintendo. Oh, they're probably gonna do something. Again, they're having money, and it's Nintendo. They have money. They will do some, you know. We saw it already. There's probably gonna be a dock. It's gonna be you know, the newest patent. You can dock it. You have two screens. You can flip them up. You can literally.
I can't get through this.
You know, make one. How's it called? One display out. It's gonna be some unique stuff because that's Nintendo. I'm gonna be down for that. I love bullshit like that. But still, even with what a lot of people forget are two things.
On this side.
What do we need to do again? Hide from Nightingale. Oh yeah, Jeff Grubb heard it. All of them heard it. And it never happened. It's like, oh hey, yeah, how did that happen? Why did that happen all the time? Why didn't it come? You know, a console that sells well, you're like,
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation.
And here's the thing with the PS5 Pro and Xbox One X. Here's the main thing why I'm saying it's gonna be bullshit. The PS4 Pro happened due to one thing. Most people had 4K TVs at that point. There was a legitimate shift in, you know, there was a legitimate shift in what a console, you know, what people had to output on their TV. But to outdate, you know, 4K, if you want to support that for the next years, until your next generation comes out, you need to have stronger hardware. So it was able to run, you know, some games better by virtue of being, you know, needing to output 4K.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake.
So this is why they did
Calls
that.
him a taken.
That's literally why they said they would do that. They had a whole press conference talking about they're upgrading it to the PS5 Pro and still had this, you know, a Slim. Because they were like, yeah, we should make some cheaper ones for everyone who still uses 1080p, but have one for all the people that use 4K. Microsoft, on the other hand, was like, oh yeah, mid-gen upgrades are the future.
We need to get back to Cauldron Lake
The Xbox One X sold poorly.
That's terrible.
Now they're looking at the big problem that their consoles have seemingly almost stopped selling. The most sold part of this console cycle is not their high-end console, but the S, which a lot of people bought, you know, because, well, you know, it was cheap. That was that. So I know they will look at that. I mean, they might look at it because they're like, oh, this might get people to buy our console again. But then again, I keep saying Microsoft is run by people who have no idea about what people actually want from games. Didn't even have the 1080p was mostly, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. People bought the S because A, everyone else had the PS5, and so they just bought the cheap one. You bought one on a whim. Oh, damn. I mean...
Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter?
I want out.
Oh yeah, understandable. I mean, here's the thing. I would still buy, you know, probably the Xbox One X. Or, you know, if I get one, I would get that. Or, you know, have stuff like... how's it called? Or had like, how's it called? Or, you know, if I get access to the other one, because I have a bunch of Xbox 360 games and stuff, I would use it for backwards compatibility and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, I would use it for that. Backwards compatibility. That is mostly
Nightingale and
it.
his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
Yeah.
The Bright Falls case, whoever you can spare, ASAP.
Oh.
The pages haven't been run yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it's our best lead.
That's the thing. I would get one, you know, probably just one for my backwards compatibility section. I mean, then I could, you know, have even more frames.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
Gesundheit von Marika.
Danke.
That's why I bought the S4. Yeah, that's like, I could then put in Lost Odyssey at even higher resolution and frames, which would be fun. And you know, all that stuff, but again, it's not it's not gonna be my main console. Not in
She's writing a
shape or
book on
form.
his disappearance.
I mean, I have to say, this year we barely used the PS5.
Yeah,
You know what we played mostly?
Cold case.
Crisis Core.
Murder case, Casey.
I mean, Crisis Core is great.
Sorry.
And we will probably play Remake Part 2. And there are a bunch of backlog games I should probably play on there. We could, but it's just like managing. For me, it's just like, if I want to play games, I have a gigantic backlog of PlayStation 4 games I can play on my PS5. I don't have many Xbox games I would want, or you know, that even can all play on an Xbox. And this is probably true for most people, because again, if you had a PS4 last generation, most people had a PS4 last generation. It is still the second most sold console of all time. You have a backlog of PlayStation 4 games, usually physical. So obviously the most logical thing to pick is a PS5 so you can keep playing your old games. Guess why the PS5 keeps selling and the Xbox is already, you know, not mentioning how many people bought it. Oh yeah, it was nice having you here.
Nightingales in something called
Have a good time, Connor.
Need to figure out exactly.
And we still need to play some zombies.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here.
What could it be?
On different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Oh yeah, I mean there is something on there, so you can actually, so you actually have a backlog of PlayStation 2 and 1 games, which is, you know, cool.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted areas.
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo?
But yeah, that's why I also would say the PS5 Pro doesn't make much sense. Like, aside from the fact that they had, you know, problems getting the hardware out in the beginning, and still, people want that hardware. It already has passed 50 million. That is a lot. So people being like, oh, it may be slowed down because of economics of... Here's the thing. What a lot of people forget is, a PS5 is, compared to a lot of stuff,
It's just a monitoring station.
it's, you know, $500, or, you know, if you say $500, $600 for a console is a lot,
It's mostly for research.
but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. You can kind of save up, especially, you know, if you live in a country, in European countries with better, you know...
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother.
You can save up to that. 500, 600 euros, or, you know, dollars, is not that hard to save up over time if you plan towards it. Yeah, sure, you can't buy it on the spot, but again, most people don't buy consoles on the spot. That's not what it is. Consoles, as PCs, are planned long-term investments. And if you think about it, people want to play games. People want to be entertained by games. You know, they want entertainment. They want something besides the shitty job they have, no matter where they are. So for a lot of the people, it's like, I want to have something that is a sensible investment, you know, for the next 7-8 years.
Cannot read through a garbage can.
So a bunch of them are probably looking at the PS5 and PS5 Pro now, and they're like, hey, I can keep playing my old games I like in better quality, and I can play all the new games, and I just have to pay this once, and then I can just do that.
Is that a
I'm gonna be honest with you.
kid's lunchbox?
This is
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates
it is one of those things where I'm
coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
oh, it doesn't show me. Wait, what? Oh yeah, right. I need to I'm stupid. Where's the shoebox? Down at the yeah, down at one of the
Let's get to
things.
the murder side, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance.
Yeah.
I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Yeah, he literally didn't want her to be dragged into it.
Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
So where's the safe room? But yeah. I'd say so this is one way where I'm saying people misunderstand how people buy, entertainment hardware. Like, people don't buy stuff on the spot. You want to, you want to play the newest games, you will plan ahead for that. This is literally why we got a PS5 on launch day, because we were like, yeah, we kind of want to play the new games when they come out, and we have them. And there are reasons why, we then maybe didn't play that much in the past year.
Who's leaving these out here?
But still, it's not that, Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is true, that is true. I mean, this is why I'm saying it's kind of a comedic tragedy. Oh, the witch's hut is down here. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Yeah. But yeah, they buy something planned ahead, Yeah, sure. Most probably couldn't get a PS5 because let's just be real here, a lot of people are not good at planning stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of people have this idea of, oh yeah, we just go to the store and see if something is there. Like, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. When I heard the PS5 was able to, you know, to be pre-ordered, like, the next day, what I did, I sat down and I put down, you know, I put down an alarm. I went to the, you know, local store, stood there before it started, and there were a bunch of other people there, and I pre-ordered one. And then I had one on launch day. It was even so nice because, you know, they called us and were like, oh yeah, we have like, it's launch day, you know, on launch day, is there a time where you want to come? Because, you know, we just have to just open for people. Yeah, I think so as well. There was that. Now I want to get my stuff before I go in there. I want to fuck them up. And so you ended up with, you know, we just got one at launch. You just need to plan better. A lot of people just go online, see, oh, so, you know, a bot's got it. Well, that sucks. I guess I won't try anymore and just keep saying I couldn't get one. I mean, yeah, I know this is like a bit, when we're saying just go to the local store, but seriously, that was how we got one. But no, a lot of people still will. I was like, I thought I could activate it, but I need to go back, actually, I think. But yeah,
Casey,
people...
You look for any further clues here, and I'll check the rest of the area. You see anything, radio me.
Got it.
But yeah, people will go and buy stuff planned. So this is why certain things will keep selling. You will not end up with people being like,
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters, overlaps, rituals. What do you make of all of this?
Killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may even try to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is.
but yeah, with the with a mid-gen upgrade, I'm like, probably not happening. Probably not. It's not that they are likely not, you know, brainstorming one.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing. A locked box. Is that the cult of the tree symbol on it? Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
So where's the safe room, actually? Am I stupid and ran past it? Yeah, I mean the PS, you know, the Pro already didn't sell the best, so that's one thing. It sold okay. But it didn't sell like, you know, absolute hotcakes. The thing that pushed mostly was base PS4 and then the Lite. So what are they doing now with the PS5? Same as they did with the PS3. They have a Lite version. And the Lite version is cheaper to produce, it's cheaper to better to sell, and you know, a lot of people are like, oh, a Lite version. I'll take that. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, obviously this will keep people in. You don't know how many people I saw, you know, seeing the the PS5 Lite and being like, oh yeah, I'd get that. Duh. A Pro just doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh well, you know what, let's just open it again. I feel like I still remember what to do. Then we have some stuff to take with us. They should optimize their rain though. Let me see, I think it was probably this. It's probably done this. Yeah.
Notes and ammo. Looks like they're tools of the trade.
Oh well, I ranted enough about that. Let's talk about something fun. I wonder how much the expansions will differ actually. Again, Claire, have I missed the shoebox? Am I just stupid? Because yeah, there should be. Yeah. Am I overlooking the fuse box? Or do you mean is it another cabin? Ah, okay. So that's
The tracks lead into the water. Where
I fucking forgot this was there.
The presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Do.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, maybe I was just stupid. It takes too long to get to the fun stuff.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, I thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. This fuse is busted.
Very useful that fuses
good. People
just
should
lie
really
around.
stop littering, though.
There we go. Let's have some fun then. It is lagging right now. I wonder if there's a new gun you can unlock now. Okay, so they have definitely improved some stuff, but not all of it. Definitely didn't improve all of it.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Shouldn't spend time on old questions. The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's.
Ah, yes, deduction.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
Yeah.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store.
I need to check the general store for the heart.
Great deduction.
I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
What was that?
A monster, like Nightingale.
That was a lot of stuff at once. I mean, yeah, I should probably use it. Yeah, they should just add a fucking...
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I feel like I recognize this. The fridge.
This was weird because it's like, this was less changing the timing and more stuff overlapped.
And now I need to give the heart to the witch.
You know?
Makes total sense.
Yes, it was an overlap. I know very much how that sounds.
Casey, there are cultists.
Will you ever see yourself out?
They're taken.
You always come back and do more bad
Watch yourself
jokes.
out there.
I mean, not that this is like a thing for the stream.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay, I don't have anything to collect here anymore.
I need
I
to
see.
perform a
I
ritual
suppose.
to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
be back with more bad jokes. Oh god, yeah.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Oh, that's usually one of the things you like. I mean, hell, one of the reasons you play through New Game Plus in Resident Evil is so you just unlock more fun stuff. And I mean, also, so you can get, you know, cat ears.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way?
Sneaky.
Casey, do you read me?
Fuck me, I wanted it to a BreadTube video, and it's a lot better.
Going solo.
Oh boy.
Logan? Logan! Where are you? What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
I mean, I feel like this is one of those, situations.
What was that?
I mean, you know what?
Turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Also, can I point out the fact that, how's it called? I mean, yeah, this is just one fun part about New Game Plus, that you can just, you know, yeet with strong weapons at everyone. Oh yeah, they're great. The overlay legitimately looks otherworldly, and I love that.
He's here. Nightingale.
But also, like, just skipping ahead, Claire. Not playing for yourself.
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal. Nightingale's badge.
I could make some jokes now, like, you know. Like, oh, what a bad girl for not resisting the urge to see the new ending and playing herself. But, you know, you probably thought that yourself. Big over. I wonder what kind of stuff they will use in Control 2 with that. Oh no, that one, oh god, that one is too bad. You should feel bad for that. Like, you'd be at a loss for that. Fuck you, my left hand is the dominant one. I can button mash harder than you ever imagine. Fuck you, shotgun power. I have a fucking... Is this a muzzle brake? When did the fucking muzzle brake add? You know, I kind of wish they had more in-depth upgrades for, you know... all of... Ooh... Fuck you. Yeah, loss. Thank you. We had to really throw loss in here. No wait, I should feel bad for when... What? I should feel bad for trying to Josie's done up unimaginary, giving her kisses and... Oh my god, fuck you! I also want to have smuggles now. Ah.
I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes. I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it.
I feel like Jonesy is becoming a very, very big cuddle cat. From how you write about her.
Hey. Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! He got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Yay! That was actually relatively fast. We can play some Alan time.
Anderson, where did you go? All of a sudden the radio stopped working and then that flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Alex Casey? How? Am I still... Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, the PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on. It's a bit of a hike to the car, Wake. Just get your bearings, then we'll head out.
You have a flashlight? It's not safe without a light.
I have a light. And a gun.
Should look around. With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there. The flooding disappeared very suddenly. I wonder if there's any connection to the overlap. To Nightingale.
We'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. It's okay.
Take your time.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves. The cult doesn't see their victims as people. Monsters. Another locked box. There's something written here. A poem? Or a riddle? Another one of those rhymes.
We've reached the car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here. I'll meet you at the parking lot. There's a rhyme over here. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet. Rest easy, buddy.
Oh fuck, I just realized I muted my microphone. I kept my microphone muted. Oh god. Sorry. Ugh. Oh, shut up. This isn't, you know... Yeah, I was like also like, hey, if something is up, you know, with the unlocks from Alan and such, if someone has, you know, has them, you can maybe, you know, give them to me, you know, stuff like that. But you know, my words fell on silent. Well, not on silent ears. They fell on nothing. They fell on nothing. I didn't even sow. I threw them in the bin. I couldn't even reap anything. I have to retill the soil now. I have to find soil.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
I'm getting too dramatic here. Anyway, give me some upgrades. What do we have here? Okay. Yeah, that's...
Saga fired the rifle. Hit the taken again. Pulled back the bolt to reload. She fired again.
So when I hit Alan's section, having some guide up where someone could tell me, oh look there's some upgrade. Give me that. I want that. I want all the upgrades. I don't know if that was the best upgrade, but it's the one I wanted to have. So, you know. I don't know if I have it. Oh yeah, by the way, I did put it up on the Discord, but also like, have you all seen the fact that there's gonna be a remake of the One Piece anime coming? Oh my god, I am so fucking excited for that.
There's another cult stash.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to be like too harsh on them, but like, I mean, the original One Piece anime, I mean, okay, here's the thing. Ironically, I would say the One Piece is a remake, come on! Have you ever watched One Piece even, Marika? You should. I mean, here's the thing. I don't hate live action One Piece, but I just say it how it is. Fucking Hard Drive literally made a joke article about the fact about One Piece live action season 2 at risk of creating black hole from condensing even more content. Which is like, yeah, that kind of sums it up. Okay, Claire, you have no fucking idea how many episodes that was. Where since then, like Roof Piece starts. Roof Piece is amazing, and then they literally, and I mean fucking literally, go and have Kaido getting punched in the face once per episode for like 10 episodes straight. It is ridiculous how much Kaido just gets yoinked in the face. Like, absolutely stupid.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
Okay, so not everything will be shown on the map, it seems. That sucks. I know some stuff is up here. I don't know if there's any more left here. Or what I need to do to, activate it. But I do think I have everything. I mean, it was still kind of a big fight, but yeah. As I said before, the biggest problem I mean, here's the thing. You want to experience One Piece. I keep saying the best way to do it, you read the manga. Because the manga is insanely... The manga was roughly eating shit until the final clash mostly. Yeah! I mean, he's like, he held his, his ground way better than before, considering, Kaido is still Kaido. But like, yeah. For me it's like, you want to experience One Piece, read the manga. this isn't even to say, you know, the anime is like directly bad. Okay, let me put it like this: you can divide the problems of the anime, the current anime from Toei, into two sections of problems. The first one is is Until Water 7, and their problem is, and I mean that quite literally, the fact that they have in the read passage over case start over. I just skipped the final battle of Wano. Yeah, I mean Dressrosa's great, and then we have fucking Whole Cake, one of the most gut-wrenching things to happen.
Aren't you talking about something else right now?
But yeah, the thing is that the big problem they have is just in the original part they have filler, which isn't the worst. You can skip that. And again, to their credit, G8 is legitimately good filler. Like, that's the kind of stuff we're currently actually on a rewatch there, and I legitimately sit here and be like, no, you know what? G8 is so well made, and actually adds an antagonist, quote unquote, to the to the world of One Piece, which does take a bit away of later from T-Bone's appearance, but T-Bone is still great in his own right, I'd say, for the brief parties there. It's just cool to have an antagonist that's smart, that, literally takes his time, isn't, rushing over stuff. It's like Navarone is so well made and intelligent. I wish they would make a sequel to that before they head out now into the next arc, from which I won't say the name because, again, Agonia has no fucking clue which arc that is, so I don't want to spoil her.
And you tangent yourself again.
Yeah, but the problem is they have filler. You can skip the filler, mostly, and then I would say East Blue, Alabasta, especially Alabasta, Alabasta, where they did do the kind of crime of dragging Ace along for the way for a while, but it's like, the sad part is I wish I liked that there was more of Ace, but also like, he barely did anything, so it also was like, way to just, miss out on that opportunity. Good done. Well done. Like Alabasta, especially Skypiea. Skypiea is insanely well paced, in my opinion.
You said two problems.
Yeah, the problem is in the first, Until Water 7, they have filler. And since Water 7, they stretch every single episode to an unholy degree. To a point, like...
I wouldn't call filler a problem, because you can skip it.
You can skip filler, but this was mainly... Okay, this was probably the main thing. But also, in the East Blue, they rearrange stuff in the beginning. And it's like... I'm sorry. One Piece starts with Ruffy stabbing himself in the eye. That's the beginning.
No.
What? He's about to do it and then he does it.
No.
What?
He tries to and fails.
Yeah, he tries to He tries to face, but he still stabs himself and has the scar. That is the beginning of the show. That is where we see Ruffy. We immediately learn that Ruffy is weird and will do things no normal person does. Also, it is one hell of a big contextualization for, the big reveal later in Wano. Anyway. But yeah. They just changed it around because we need to start into the action. No! First, Village. And knowing why he wants to be pirate. Learning about Shanks. Having the emotional moment. Then we start.
No one texted me.
Here's the thing.
What's going on?
I'm totally fine.
Windmill Village is the prologue. East Blue is the prologue where they become a crew. Alabasta / Laboom, Twin Capes, all that, the Alabasta saga, is the first real start of One Piece. The real adventure begins there. Everything before that was prologue, and Windmill Town was prologue. That is the structure for a very good reason. And I'm so happy that we will finally have that. East Blue will not be butchered. And more people, because, you know, because they're cowards, because they're fucking cowards, we can finally have a new generation of people hating Pearl.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
There's the coffee. But yeah, and then the big problem just is shit gets stretched. Something you do not have when you read the manga. Seriously, just read the manga. But again...
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
But again,
no.
Wit Studio, like already, Wit,
They'd be
they do great work.
It'll come from
Seeing, you know, with modern, you know, animation, because I
Let's
mean,
talk about something else.
East Blue was also still made with 90s, late 90s techniques. It looks great for what it is. They have some good, you know, characterization stuff in there. They did their work with what they had. But it's gonna be just great seeing it in action. I'm really excited for that.
Tell us about the pages.
Yeah, read the manga, but if it comes out, you can watch that.
Return.
And like, especially if you saw the live action and saw like, oh, this is fine. Watch the reanimation of the anime and like
But your name can still be made out.
experience what was left out of the live action, because live action left so much out just simply due to budget restraints. And live action, like seriously, live action will not be able to do One Piece.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember it.
I keep saying that. They just will run into problems. So yeah.
Welcome. Well, we have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, our house band, Old Gods of Asgard, is here. And you know where you crazy Vikings?
I had a talk show tonight. Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Oh well. If something changed here, I just will leave that running.
Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down, sit down. Woo! Oh man, it is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
So does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
Look, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to The Preacher. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
It's not a loop, it's a spiral.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending, so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Ah, well played, man. That is spot on. Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. It's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger, guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark...
Okay, I thought a lot of stuff changed here. I think Artie will probably comment. I mean, Artie should comment. It's Artie.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on.
Hello? I'm losing it. Something's not right here. I needed to get home. To Alice.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story. Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar. I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Time is broken here. Maybe time never worked the way we think it does. And loops around it.
Which version of myself was I? Where was I in this grand loop? There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
This is the ritual to lead you all.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar. A ghost of a memory surfaced, about writing here for countless days. A plot board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
Not yet.
I had to write more. thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat.
Oh! The paranormal feds are finding them finally.
Start again at the talk show.
Does Zane get away from him? But this was still the best that, you know, Zane was just like, fuck the feds! And it's like, Zane, you are literally in a paranormal dimension. Why the fuck are you like, oh no, the feds?
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back. We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat
So this is new then.
Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here. Best-selling writer, books, films are based on. Let's do this!
The feds are bad enough. Now imagine paranormal feds. Yeah, but also like the paranormal feds are now led by lesbians, so you know.
So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks.
You know what? I will never get tired of the fact that, you know,
It's uncanny.
they made a joke that Alan Wake is like,
so much to me.
yeah, he doesn't know if he looks like Casey, but then everyone's like, no, he looks like Casey because Casey's also Max Payne.
On more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone.
But also Sam Lake just has this, you know, he just has a face you remember, and he can do weird faces with it.
About my stories and these adaptations. I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it. This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window. My own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
Sam Lake playing Alex Casey.
That's great. Murder Case Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta.
This game just goes meta something. There's the face!
Stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
I love how meta this game just... This is why I say, they will have money, they will also make money from everyone buying the DLCs, because you hooked us on the one of the most meta setups in video game history and made us excited for an old Finnish janitor. You really think we would not be weirdos who buy your fucking expansions to want to see more? Okay, what was it now?
Hello?
Yeah, janitor's office. Hello, Ati.
Ah, no day. There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly
Water
face.
is the memory of the
I had to
world.
trust the basement would get me out of here.
Okay, here's the thing. Are those mob physics, or did they just make a really elaborate mob animation so it seems like physics? Also, remember the old, tech demo head from the old guy? Yeah, Artie really just blows that out of the water. And he's actually interesting. That's true, it's Remedy.
An old lamp in a shoebox.
Yeah.
Was this what the janitor had left for me?
I mean, it also sounds like it's just an interactive movie thing, like,
The lamp felt
Resident, the whole Silent Hill thing that's currently going on.
darkness.
Probably better made, but it smells like the same.
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa!
Because else you wouldn't talk about, no new interactive experience with the, cloud network.
Opening a way forward. The lamp was humming. The bulb glowed.
Until Dawn is good, yeah. I don't want to shit on that. Like, hey, I keep saying, okay, I want a game like Until Dawn, but it's, the Naked Gun. In the hands of competent people, that would be one hell of a fun thing.
Another surge from the lamp. The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light
But
carved out something new from the darkness.
no, I feel like this is more an online thing again, like the whole Silent Hill. If you remember what's currently going on, the weird shit that has DLC stuff. I guarantee you, it's something like that. Again, probably better made because they have actual talent on board, but something like that.
needed to find another way out. Wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember. The clicker. The light switch. I lost it. But I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror real. It feeds up my mind. Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral of darkness. I dive in the body to find the answer to the map.
Alan Wake Force Fem Arc when?
But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean, that's not an ocean. And a lake, that's not a lake.
Oh, so not yet. Won't be for several years.
The payphone was ringing.
God.
Somehow I knew the call was for me.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt so much.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No. Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
Deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in it together. Don't worry. I got it now. We've been working. Great.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
That one hurt, Marika. It just hurt. Like, why?
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there. Time is broken here. Maybe time never worked the way we think it does. It loops around. And then it goes forward. A spiral. I thought I was finding remnants of the earlier loops, earlier drafts of my writing. Earlier sites. That I had left clues. Mementos for myself to guide me on, but maybe that's only part of it. If time is not a straight line, then there are loops beyond these loops. Vast complex superstructures beyond what's happening right now ahead of me. And I'm there as well, a version of something I had become, some elevated invite in a virgin, an archon, a demiurge, a demon of some secret game, building something.
You mean like a Herald of Darkness? Oh yeah, could be both. Could be both. You're completely right, Claire. You're completely right. Herald of Darkness, Champion of Light. Is it the same? Is it two sides of this of one coin? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
The Caldera Street station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
Oh, if I read, if I want to say one thing why I say we definitely need to lock on for this game, whenever you start burning things and I aim for the spots that are, you know, to burn, it actually aims slightly down.
Is this the way
So
it was on the page?
it's off.
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met at Door's show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey, looking into a murder.
Casey!
I mean, that is definitely the same.
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was
Shut up. Not the gun.
Blue by blue. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really wanna know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective. I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
I think there was a word of power here, but you know. Maybe up there. Oh, there.
There was something hidden here, a phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
I missed a lot of those. Huh.
Shit. With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
Oh yeah, I know.
Flashlight, I could fight back.
But yeah, see, I aim on it. Hey, Alan is actually accurate. So yeah, you're telling me Saga's just incompetent?
I could Use the
Damn it,
light to
Saga.
open the subway entrance now.
How can she be incompetent? She's so good at deduction. This joke will never end. We will keep making fun of. We will just keep making fun of her. I think there was a word of power here. Probably a bit later. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. You saw my post, right? Yes, the floor is made out of floor. Yeah, it's like, Saga, really? Like, come on, Saga, you're just bad at everything.
I've written books about Alex Casey for years. Something lingered here.
Rain tried to wash away the sins of this city. But some sins, the evidence of the crimes committed, could never be erased. Not by the rain, or any amount of therapy from Dr. Jack Daniels. It remained bruises under my...
I mean, yeah, she really isn't that bad, you're right. But I mean... a little bit. A teeny tiny bit. You're right, there was a suitcase. Thanks. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's just do that. I was like, actually, do I need it? But yeah, I really should do that.
Hello? Oh. Hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map, if you want to take a look. Still haven't found my mystery man, though.
Yeah, I see. I have 4 already. So yeah, I'm gonna have all of them soon.
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help. Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Warlin Door.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? I'll keep looking. Well, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things.
I wonder if you can play him
trade
in
you
one of
walls
the
any day.
expansions. Yeah.
See you around, Alan.
Maybe Night Springs, you're right. So yeah, time to get the last. I mean, he feels like a character you should be able to play. I definitely didn't get everything on my first run. So, gladly I have a list now. And hit video game Quantic. Fuck, he really looks like the guy from... Oh, fuck. No, he actually looks like the guy. Oh no, they didn't get her. Oh god, they don't mean to plan to. Oh fuck. Listen, I want to get to stuff like, you know, Resident Evil Remake, Hickman. I want to get on. Oh yeah. So like
Fuck me.
I feel like, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising to think that they definitely overlapped to a degree. Like, imagine if whatever they found in Quantum Break that they, you know, it was also linked to the, you know, also linked to the Dark Place in some form. Who knows? It was already teased in, you know, it was already teased in some form in, how's it called? Yeah, Control. It wouldn't surprise me if they are, you know, maybe even similar. Oh yeah. Do I really want to play Quantum Break?
The gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket.
Yeah.
Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. Echo.
Oh yeah.
FBI agent had come here before me on the
Dankeschön.
cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit.
It's a kind
flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing.
It's still kind of amazing to think about that, you know. you know,
The dark place reacted
I
to
don't know
my
what will
story.
happen here.
The way into the tunnels was
That's
no
just
longer locked.
like, maybe I will play it next year. I mean, hey, we still have to, I mean, okay, I'm definitely, I mean, I was literally one of the, like, top 10, probably one of the very few people that played, Grandia last year, and let me tell you, next year we will try Grandia 2. You know, after Baldur's Gate is finished, and you see how just how much we dig into that game right now. So this will take some time. And so, I mean, I hope there's not as much survival horror next year, you know, aside from the DLCs.
The Fed had glimpsed into the maw of darkness. It swallowed him whole.
Because,
tracks led
then
into
again,
the
then
tunnel.
I can actually stream
That was my
Pikmin.
way forward.
Then I can actually sit down and do stuff. I can stream actually Resident
Blood
Evil
trail
1
continued
Remake.
deeper into darkness.
Oh, man. I should probably I should play at least 0. I should at the very least stream 0 at once. Yeah, I will. I think next year will be the backlog year. Like, when was gonna see to Bundespräsident? I don't think that will happen like that.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, find Alice. She's waiting for us. Dumbass. Whoop. Yeah, Grandia 2 was on the list, and then
The tunnels were
I hope I
maze.
will get
The blood
back at the
trail led me
backlog.
on.
Oh, you know what? You know what? No, I will ensure that Grandia 3 actually gets translated and released in the West. It's a fucking
Another
crime
place to use in this story.
that we have.
I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper. I changed the story, and with the federal agent had come here looking for answers. All he found was a fate worse than death.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next. I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Yeah, just running through the subway today. Then we have done the beginning of both. Wait. No. Right.
Another echo lingered here. A source of inspiration.
so much to find here, actually. Holy shit! I should have found all of that on the first go, actually. That would have been insanely helpful.
Word is, your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the Cult of the Word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story. I had a new idea, a new story. I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. A twisted Bible.
I think I need to do anything here. Yeah, but I need to grab it from here, I think. What? No. Right. I mean, the section isn't that long. I just need to go through it, you know? Oh, yeah, right. I can go over... I'm stupid. Oh, there was one. Fuck off.
Shadows faded back into darkness.
This section is a lot easier because it's more performance, so I can, you know, actually react and run quicker. So, I think I need to go here. And Nightmare mode isn't that hard.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Hey, Alan. Tim Breaker. In case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Door going?
It's not great. This dream we're in. Putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
So you think this is a dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In dreams, I'm often someone else. A different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world. Alternate realities, maybe.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
Like Door.
The sketch you have does look like the door I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
So, yeah. That could be a case. I mean, also finding out where the board is from. Or what the board is. It would be so weird though if, you know... if they actually make... I mean, that's the irony about, you know, not getting hit. If you can do it, most just becomes irrelevant. Let's just see, I have everything in here. Wait, did I skip? Is this the next? Let's just look if it's over here. So don't...
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Yeah, right. It duck. Where is it? There we go. Wait. Wait a second. Use the arrow. Points there. Oh, there.
Use the plot board to keep building the story.
Good idea, Wake, but you know, AWE, obviously. I think there are two over there.
I had found another compelling location to use.
I can't game mechanic. I mean, an ATI game is pretty personal.
The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Doobie-doobie-doo. There we go. Yeah, it's that way around.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the...
The new story beat fit the story.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car.
It's interesting if you think about it that the torchbearers were actually the people, you know,
The scene here had changed.
before Wake.
The subway car had become a burnt husk.
Like before the Cult of the Tree.
Through it now.
They were just like, oh, we're, you know, bearing the torch of everything, and then, well, it's kind of funny to think about that torchbearer is, you know, a cool name, but a stuffy name, and then Ilmo, he's a torch, yeah, shut up, game, this is too loud and annoying. I'm gonna save after I'm through this very annoying loop, actually, like... Yeah, he's a torchbearer, I know. This is so funny to think about that, you know, again. With all of this, that, how's it called? Yeah.
I had to figure this out on the plot board.
There we go. Yes, I would take that. Thank you very much. I hate the... If this goes up to 75%, that would make it, like, really good. Especially when, you know, you're playing the part where you take more damage from stuff, so it's like... Yeah, I like to take less damage. Yeah. There we go.
I should look at the plot board and figure out.
Shit!
Yeah, no worries. Alan, you're overreacting, Alan. Calm the fuck down, Alan. Okay, and then we have those two here. Meaning I only need to grab the last... Yeah, just 4 ones, then we have everything done here.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Yeah, those 4 and then we're done. Then the whole fucking subway... We don't need to touch the subway again. Still, Alan gets a lot of good upgrades very fast. Like, holy shit. Ever thought about that? Just like, damn. I mean, I didn't have that much problems. So I mainly got through everything, you know. If you remember, I've overlooked most of the upgrades.
I was sure I had the answer on the plot board.
Yeah, over there. Oh, come on.
This is my stuff.
There was something in there. Nah. I'm sad that, you know, I'm so sad, I'm kinda sad I didn't get a Duracell, you know, corporation again. That would have been so funny to see Duracell have shitty, lamps, shitty batteries again.
I should work this out on a plot board.
I'm lost in the dark.
Yeah. You will always find some, I suppose. Okay. It is incredible how fast you go through upgrades though. Syllables buffering. Yeah, I wonder what happened there for Duracell. Like, who was like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it like that, so we want to brand it with your batteries, and Duracell was like, that sounds like a logical thing to do, and you're like, anyone tell them that, you know,
The Echoing Hall had a story to tell. I had a new scene to use, a new setting.
I mean, here's the thing. They probably didn't advertise that.
Haul the chains into the murder cult's hideout.
They definitely... They probably advertised it as, oh hey,
Something here that made him run scared.
we have,
Summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural
how's it called?
event, or the mass psychosis of stark raving
Memory. They said, oh yeah, batteries are the lifeline, they're important, etc, etc, etc. And then they all were like, yes.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
This is the ritual to lead you on. Don't wait till meet it
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you know what? I always feel bad because, like, you know, thinking back, you know, when Connor asked, "Is this game spooky?" I'm like, is this what they did here is spooky for people? I just find it moody. I don't find it spooky.
Stop using the words.
Yeah. I mean, I feel this is... I mean, I feel that is the case with most survival horror. It's moody. It's not like, oh, hey, super spooky stuff. It's like literally just moody shit. Like Resident Evil has quote-unquote horror elements, you know, like zombies, or, you know, grotesque imagery. That's just par for the core. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Dead Space is probably the one survival horror game I'm saying, like, especially the new one. That generally was scary. I mean, also because of insanely good audio design and all that, and that is somewhere where I would say, yeah. I'd say if you are scared easily, Dead Space will fuck you up. Like, it doesn't fuck me up, but still. Really, the Callisto Protocol? I mean, I heard. Here's the thing. I have not played the Callisto Protocol. I do not intend on buying the Callisto Protocol. I may look into it if, you know, they have, you know, if they actually bring stuff out, but like, the Callisto Protocol is a laughingstock for most people. Especially since I think the funniest part about the Callisto Protocol is just like, yeah, not bosses.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using
Maybe
the
I missed something on the plot board.
hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes.
Apparently there's still expansions coming for that? Yeah. Okay, you will laugh at this one. They said they, you know, so like, the whole PUBG thing is probably the funniest part about all of it, because you need to keep in mind, and I shit you not, it was planned as being set in the pub. Yeah, it still is. Yeah, it is all just a battle royale game, which is like, you know what? This is kind of an interesting idea to be like, you know, somewhere in the future, these fuckers are still on their own bullshit, which is like, it's actually a cool idea to connect it to PUBG like that. Like, you know, once they had these, you know, battle royales about, you know, trying to find the best. And then you had like, but you know, they never found it. So then in the future someone is just like, what if we just make it really shitty?
I should look at the plot board. Keep the story moving.
There we go. I think I have all of it. So, whoop. And yeah. So this is gonna be kind of broken, what I currently have. I mean, yeah, the whole idea of PUBG is like literally, oh, they want to find the best, basically. That's it. But and that's the irony. They're like, oh, we disconnected, so it can be more. But the interesting part was literally that they kind of spun this idea into the future that everyone is just, they're still doing it. I still don't get why they disconnected that. It is so weird. It is so weird. It's like as if they are afraid of themselves. And honestly, I kind of hate it when games do that, you know? Like, be a bit more out there. Like, if you have something, you don't need everyone. The thing is, they basically didn't. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. They were too lazy. If you think about it, it's also in there. They just, yeah, they just wanted to. They just had it a bit more, you know, poignant in the original. That's it. It was just a bit more poignant. Like. Gladly done with everything here.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Yeah, you know, don't want to consume any,
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
extremely fast Alan Wake running at extremely high speeds.
before.
Yeah.
I
But I mean,
remember now. It was always out there.
I really don't know if Callisto Protocol actually keeps getting shit. I think they have an expansion thing, but yeah. I don't know, maybe I will look into it at one point in the future, who knows. So far we just had way too many good survival horror games this year, like, again, Dead Space was there, there was like, you know, Dead Space, Resident Evil 4, System Shock, the new Amnesia is good, I have not played it, Alan Wake 2. The question is if it's good, so you know.
I had found the murder site.
Okay, there we go.
Victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Yeah.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
I mean, yeah, I expect Callisto Protocol to not have met Cell's expectation. Like, the game came out and people made fun of it.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it hanging in the air.
Okay, finally this is over.
The violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
So yeah, that was basically the first intro chapters of Alan Wake. I kind of, you know, yeah. I kind of hated the fact that, you know, time basically ran out during the subway. At, you know, especially at the point where I'm like in the subway, like, oh yeah, no, it's the end is right around the corner. It just sucks so much.
Changed. I was closer now.
Yeah, that was just like... I mean, here's the thing. If I can make, like, the QTE style comment, I get why they did it. Like, that space... Here's the thing, which is why it's kind of ironic.
Up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step
I get why they
closer
did
to
the
escape.
QTE one.
Time
Okay?
loses meaning here.
Because Dead Space
How long have I been
1...
trying to escape?
Okay, here's the thing.
Long enough for Alice to think
Dead
I'm
Space 1 and especially 2 was very much action focused, especially Dead Space 2. And I feel like their concept was, let's take Dead Space 2's action combat pacing with melee combat. And for that, a Dark Souls-like thing doesn't work. But as you point out, Dark Souls happened. And the problem with Dark Souls happening is, and you know, especially Resident Evil 2 Remake, people expect and want slower takes usually, or you know, refined experience like Resident Evil 4 Remake. So this just didn't connect with anything, and anyone.
God, it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper to the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
Well, but yeah, that's the thing. They focused on the idea of trying to make it Dead Space 2 melee combat, and the problem is, Dead Space 2 was fucking, you know, remarkably well paced. Like, getting that twice, not good. But then also, you had it, like, again, Resident Evil 4 Remake was like, we're action, we're still kinda goofy, but we're also having the more slow and methodical stuff people want. You know, because survival horror, I think survival horror currently got its place back thanks to Resident Evil 2 Remake and, you know, other good entries like Dead Space and such, because Dark Souls. And most importantly, and this is kind of important, a lot of people like that Dark Souls was slower action combat. I have my, you know, I can have my own gripes with, you know, later iterations becoming more action focused and stuff. But the thing is, a lot of people like the fact that Dark Souls was an action RPG that was slower paced and quote unquote more methodical. That was a big thing for a lot of people. And if you then look at survival horror, basically, yeah, new key item, I saw that. It's like, holy shit, what? I thought something would happen here. And like, yeah, then, you know, survival horror with Resident Evil 2 Remake and especially Resident Evil 7 came in and was like, hey, and okay, I hate to say this, but subconsciously for a lot of people, survival horror filled this place of basically Dark Souls but with guns. Because a lot of games try to be Dark Souls with guns, and you know, they don't work that well. But then, you know, Resident Evil comes around and it's like, oh hey, we're slow methodical combat with exploration in a, you know, in a world you want to look at, and then Dead Space does that, and then Alan Wake does that, and suddenly people are like, oh, you mean you're a game that, you know, lets me explore, have a lot of, you know, time for myself, and most crucially, I'd say,
Alice! Alice!
it is slower. Like,
this is a photo of Scratch.
You know, it's not like that people disliked stuff like, you know,
is he stalking her?
You know, Gears of War. But here's one of the things why I think Gears of War resonated with a lot of people. Gears of War and also kind of Resident Evil 4 before that, but this was, you know, before that you had a lot of games that were just very action focused, you know, Max Payne. Like the first person shooter genre was insanely fast paced. Like whoosh, bang. And then Gears was like the one third person game that was like, hey, you can just like literally sit down, you know, behind a wall, take a breather. And now survival horror sweeps and it's like, hey, we have some methodical combat exploration, upgrade systems, the stuff you like. In, you know, a well-made combat loop that lets you have room for yourself in it. And that's important. Again, it's not their Dark Souls, it's more like people play Dark Souls, realized they like this kind of pacing in video games. Yeah, they like this kind of pacing, world building, and game structure. And then survival horror was like, we kind of are that for, you know, some for third person and some, yes, focused locations instead of open world. There's a, I know why Elden Ring's stuck, but Elden Ring has not the depth and, you know, well-designed world as Dark Souls 1 has. I'm sorry. Or Bloodborne. Those games still hit way better. Even Demon's Souls, I say, because they are way more focused. And if this one, anyone takes that me say as that as me saying, Elden Ring is a bad game, no. It's just that, you know, Dark Souls was very intricate in the way how it paced its combat. And also, it had this thing that when it looped around, you know, you open the door and we're like, oh, I'm here. While in Elden Ring, yeah, they have mini areas, but most dungeons are just like, you just go in there and you go to the end. Sometimes they loop, but it's never as intricate as Dark Souls. There's never this idea of, oh, I'm back here. Because it's flat world where you just travel around on a horse very fast. That's what Elden Ring is to a big degree. It's just a lot simpler to lay out dungeons there. Again, not that Elden Ring is a bad game, else it wouldn't have sold, and I will not sit here and be like, it's a bad game. So again, if anyone wants to twist my words into that, I'm just saying, like, the something from Dark Souls got lost the more it, you know, just went open in Elden Ring. It lost focus. It's not as tight as Yharnam, for example. I wish Yharnam was, for example, bigger in Bloodborne, but I don't want it to be open world. I want it to be in just more areas to explore. That's, you know, one thing. And that's one of this aspects in survival horror that you can see. Dark Souls just took over a lot of design conventions from survival horror back in the day. Just put a slow methodical action RPG on top they already had and worked with, you know, before from Kingsfield and such. It's a good fusion. And I think you can make a, you know, an actual melee combat-like survival horror game-ish thing, but it would just kind of be its own take on Dark Souls, I'd say.
I set up cameras around the apartment.
And it wouldn't be bad. It's just those two things, you know, the modern Dark Souls-like action RPG and the modern survival horrorness are very, very close together in a lot of design conventions. They just, you know, differ in, you know, oh hey, how you have expansions, how you take care of weapons and such. Which is a key difference in how you play them, but yeah. As open as you can make a survival horror. I still need to play those! I have them now, thanks to Epic. I still need to play those, which I hate, because again, thanks to Prime, I got fucking Ghostwire, and I want to take... I want to play Ghostwire first! And also I got Deathloop, and I kind of want to play Deathloop. I will never get to Resident Evil, right? I mean, I will play Pikmin and Resident Evil Remake, and then maybe get into that. You know, I kind of want to be like Pikmin, Resident Evil Remake, and then Ghostwire maybe? Who knows? The backlog.
To project myself through the dark place to look for a way out.
It's just like
here brought me nowhere. Look me back. I was writing the story, and in the story I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
There we go. That's the beginnings done of Alan Wake 2. I wish I was faster through it. Like, I didn't want to go overtime, but like, this is just something where, like, if I stopped here, it would be just a shit start in the beginning of the next session, you know? Fucking pacing. I just went through it too fast. Anyway, yeah. One of the main things is just that, it's simply that survival horror was able to take the place because, again, Resident Evil 7 basically knocked open the door, and people are like, oh shit, we like that kind of gameplay. And then you had like again, Dark Souls paved the way for that to a degree, so I will not say anything against that, even though I will say what Dark Souls did before, you know. The world design of Dark Souls 1 especially is just good 3D Metroid, which is what a lot of games want to have. I mean, Resident Evil 2 Remake is even more condensed of that structure. Even more.
But it's not really under the lake.
Like,
and after all this time, you've
but
managed
still,
to get out.
it's great that it's here now.
But so has your
I will see if I can get into Wolf and 2. I feel 2024 will be the year of my backlog. I will go through a lot of backlog games. And yeah, I will give Ghostwire a whirl.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted.
What? They changed the gameplay?
It broke free.
Oh, now I have to actually probably play it at some point. I played it, I liked it, I never finished it. Yeah, I know. I will save after that. This is the one point I just had to get through because else it would have been just shit, you know? I hate cutting off at point. You were like, you tipped at it and I was like, it's just 2 corners away, everything. Sorry. I saw like your team was a bit toxic.
No, someone was really stupid, so everyone ranted.
Who was stupid?
Airplayer.
I'm not sure how much.
Oh, you should. Oh no, the Airplayer being stupid is the worst. That actually sucks. And they drink the coffee. Sorry that I went overtime though.
Mr. Wake. Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I?
But anyway,
why are we
still.
into the story?
Yeah, if anyone's still listening, again, shouting out on the Discord, you know, for Minecraft server, if there's interest, etc., 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 so we can plan that. So that's that. for you know, in 2 weeks or so. Next week is Lethal Company, I think. That's gonna be that.
We are all in danger.
Anyway, time to save. And I guess, yeah, next week is Watery with Ati.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Sparkling River Estates treasure. Oh, hey! I haven't seen that map before. So, yeah, babe, you know what? Stop. I'm just gonna show. It's interesting that there is another big lake besides Cauldron Lake, but so there's Bright Falls. Watery's there. I haven't seen that before. I wonder if they added Watery to maps in Alan Wake 2 Alan Wake Remaster. I know the Majestic What the fuck is the Majestic Motel? Let's see that. I don't know. Here, River Estates Trailer Park. We've been there in chapter 3 of Alan Wake. After, you know, they stayed at the Cauldron Lake Dodge, and you walked all the way around the lake to Mirror Peak in the second part, and then you had to go from the trailer park while you've been chased up to this radio station, if you remember that. And can we see the coal mines? I don't see the coal mines. They're probably somewhere down there. Oh, yeah. Here's the Ellerwood National Park. Lover's Peak. Oh, yeah, you've been down there at Lover's Peak. There's the coal mine. Remember, you drove there. That's the actual factual road you drove today. They kept that. A coal mine up to Mirror Peaks. Elderwood National Park, there you stayed in the second thing. Lover's Peak. So Watery there was the gas station, Stucky's gas station, if you remember that in the first game, that was the first chapter. You kind of broke down, I think, since you came from Cauldron Lake, from 3, you came from 3, you went there, and then like at the intersection you broke, and then you went over to Stucky's, over the thing. Then you had, you know, everything in Bright Falls later. Then, you know, then Ellerwood National Park, you stay there down onto Lover's Peak. Then there's Mirror Peak. I love just being like, oh yeah, and then up there, Bright Falls Power and Light and the Bright Falls Dam. There's a reason they took the helicopter over there. If you see it on the map now, you know, I just kind of love seeing that. It's interesting to think that, like, how's it called? Alan Wake 2 has a lot more condensed areas. Like, it's literally just Bright Falls, Watery, and, you know, Cauldron Lake campgrounds. That's why, you know, Alan Wake 1 covered so much. Anyway, that's that. I'm just gonna save. I just noticed that, and I had to just be a bit weird. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Wait. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you had fun. This was basically all of the both intros to Alan Wake 2. Next time, Watery and Coffee World. And yeah, hopefully we're gonna get through that very, very fast. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Have a good time, and see you all. Bye.